Bobby, we live again, episode 5. And we got the lovely Jacqueline Green from Alvin Ailey in the building. You ready, sis?
I'm so ready.
Let's go.
Deejay John Quick, Bobby Baker, Deejay John Quick, Bobby Baker.
He's the DJ, she's the actress. He's the DJ, she's the actress. He's the DJ, she's the actress. Actress.
What's good? What's good, sis? What's going on?
I'm good. Headphones looking crazy. You got to excuse that today.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. So listen. For those of you who are just joining us for the first time, he's the DJ, she's the actress. I'm DJ John Quick.
I'm Bobby Baker.
No doubt. And here's the thing. Here's the thing I need y'all to understand. Like, Bobby is literally blowing up before our eyes. So I always got to ask her, like, what's going on in her life? Like, literally, just to run it down for you guys to review. She's in Amazon Prime's Tell Me Your Secrets. She's in Tyler Perry's Ruthless. She plays Cynthia. That's on BET. And she just finished rapping David Makes Man, which will be on OWN TV. So in one calendar year, she's going to be on 3 substantially popular TV shows. So I'm super proud of you. But what's going on now? How was your week?
My week was good. The kids went back to school, and so did I. I started a new acting class.
So that's dope. That is so dope. Now, I just wanted to ask you, like, as someone as accomplished as yourself, it's like, you already pretty much have, like, I feel like a master's degree in acting. What makes you want to take more acting classes?
Because it's always someone out there who's wowing me. And if I'm honest with myself, I'm like, I can't do that yet. The power of yet. I'm like, I can't do that yet. But it's people out there who can teach and who have such different approaches. And I just don't want to miss anything. I'm one of those, I got FOMO. I got fear of missing out. I don't want there to be information that I don't have. So, yeah.
Got you. So, you know what? This is the time of the program that we always go into our File This Under. And we got some interesting topics this week, to say the least. So let me go to the list. First up is the Grammys. And I don't know, did you get a chance to see the entire show?
I watched parts of the Grammys. I didn't watch the entire show, but I watched parts of the Grammys.
All right. So there was a lot of first of all, let's get the congratulatory things out of the way. Let's congratulate the Black excellence that is Beyonce Knowles. She just broke the record for most Grammys won. I believe it was 28. So it's crazy. And I'm super happy for her. I'm super proud. Like one of my best friends is Steve Perman, and he's actually the COO at Parkwood Entertainment, and he's frat as well. So I'm super proud of him. I'm sure he has, a lot to do with her success, but she is, I don't even like to address women as beasts, but that might be an exception here because she is a force.
She is indeed. Talk about a work ethic.
Yes.
And for someone who looks the way she does, who is as talented as she does, very seldom do you get the work ethic involved in that package. Yeah.
It's just mind-boggling. And we gotta pick up her daughter, who's the second youngest, Little Blue Ivy, the second youngest Grammy winner. And I love that song, Brown Skin Girl. I mean, it's
Yes.
just so inspirational to young girls all around the world. And it's just, B always does the right thing. It's crazy. Like, it's like,
She
wow.
does. I always said, I was like, it's almost like God gave her too much of everything.
God
like,
gave her the keys.
God gave her too much of like, you gonna give her all of that? Like, no, that's the portion for like 6 people. You gonna put that all in one pot? Okay, do your thing then. You know,
God gave her major keys.
Major keys.
No doubt, no doubt. So big up to Beyonce and the entire Parkwood family. Big up to it. It was nice to see her and Jay there together. Jay obviously an amazing artist in his own right, supporting his queen. So that was a beautiful thing.
Yes.
Now we also gotta talk about the Megan Thee Stallion Cardi B performance. That WAP. So what as a Black woman, I just want to know, what are your thoughts on that performance?
That performance to me looked like so in 7th grade, we did talent shows.
Yes.
And everybody in your group was not always reliable.
Okay.
Sometimes, Taneka's mama wouldn't let her come over to practice because she didn't clean her room.
Oh, okay.
And so you had to find the replacement for Taneka at the last minute.
Got you.
And to me, that's a little bit like what that performance looked like. It looked like somebody backed out, or somebody didn't come to the last rehearsal, and that's what we got.
Wow.
That's what we ended up with.
Wow. Well, I mean, for me as a male, it definitely gave me strip club vibes.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I'm hearing they're getting a lot of backlash. Oh my God, how could they do this on TV? But I'm like dude's been doing wild stuff on TV for years. So the ladies, they have every right to express their sexuality any way they want to. It's up to you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, real quick, real life moment. Give me just a second. Hey, Drizzy, can you get the door? Okay.
And that's what we love about live podcasts. Anything can happen. That might be Coach K at the door.
Or DoorDash, because mama needs
exactly. There it is.
Okay, continue.
So, that's so funny. But anyway, like I was saying, dude's been doing, crazy misogynistic performances for years.
Oh, yeah.
So, why is it so difficult for people to accept, women, expressing their sexuality on TV? It's up to you as the parent to tell little Johnny to get out the room. This is not for you. Go in another room and watch, Justice League Unlimited. So,
exactly.
So that's how I feel about it. That was an adult segment of the show that required parents to let their kids know this is for the adults. You need to go in the other room. So I'm gonna leave it.
The Grammys is an adult show. K-pop ain't getting a Grammy. So what are we doing?
Word. So listen, I wanna pivot from this particular situation, in terms of the Grammys, to something a little bit more serious, and that's Tamira Rice's mom.
Yes.
Speaking of the Grammys, obviously Tamika Mallory performed with Little Baby on the Grammys, and it was more of like she recited a poem, about social injustice and things of that nature. And Tamira Rice's mom became very upset over the fact that Tamika Mallory performed at the Grammys, and not only that, she lashed out at Benjamin Crump and Lee Merritt in terms of calling them ambulance chasers and clout chasers. I want to get your thoughts on that situation.
It's difficult because we're dealing with a grieving mother.
Yes.
And I don't think any mother can say that she would be in her complete right mind if this had happened to her.
Absolutely.
So there is zero judgment it was interesting to learn that she was dealing with homelessness.
Wow.
And it was also interesting to learn that money that had been raised for some of the funerals, for some of these young men who had been shot, the parents had never received the money. It was like $5,000 or something like that.
Wow.
You know, and
Yeah.
I do agree. I do agree that they should at least ask for permission to use these young men's images, to use their names.
Yes.
They should ask.
Yes,
They should
absolutely.
ask, because you have no idea what stage of the healing you are encroaching upon when you bring it all back up again. So I don't know if I would go as far. I think we were hearing from a hurting mother, no doubt.
Yes,
No
yes.
doubt a hurting mother. She was hurt people.
Yes.
You know? And that's what we're dealing with. But I don't think that there's some truth that doesn't need to get lost in what she was saying.
Yeah. It's kind of personal for me because I actually know Tamika, and I know everything she does comes from a good place. But like you said, you cannot discount the feelings of a grieving mother.
Right.
And coming from the clinical field before I became a full-time DJ, I there's 5 stages of grief, and there's no telling which stage she's in right now, because anytime, no parent wants to bury their child.
Mm-mm.
And so I just think, like you said, hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we need to give her the benefit of the doubt. We need to show her love.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm never going to discourage our social justice warriors to, push forward, any way they can in order to make this place a better place, because, there's still a lot of, terrible, negativity going on, in terms of, Black folks in the nation, as well as other folks of color, like the Asian community, it's going on there. It's crazy. So I get both sides of it.
Yeah, for sure.
My thing is, I just hope the people that she lashed out to kind of like understand where she's coming from in terms of just being a hurt individual.
Yeah. I got the sense that they do. They're such wise, smart, even keeled individuals. I got the sense that they understood.
Absolutely. So now we got to pivot into some more like very disturbing news, and that's with my governor, Governor Cuomo, and the Houston Texans, Deshaun Watson. Both of them have been accused of sexual misconduct, and basically, I guess it's kind of a very it's a tough situation. I'm not now with Governor Cuomo, people are saying like he should resign, but at the same time, you're innocent in this country. You're innocent until proven guilty. So like anybody, like somebody could come out of the blue and say, "Hey, John, did this to me," and it could be a total lie. But in the eyes of the media and social media, like you are put on trial immediately. Yep. And it's just scary, especially in this cancel culture that we live in. Now, the Sean situation is even trickier because he has stated that he no longer wants to play for the Houston Texans. A lot of it has to do with the owners, like support of Trump and some of the things that he said and his family said in the past that kind of tinker along being racist. So to speak. So here's the deal with him. He has allegedly 9 women from massage parlors saying that he forced them to do oral sex on them. But here's the kicker. They're all represented by the same attorney who lives next door to the owner of the Houston Texans. So it's like, oh yeah, you never, as someone who champions women, you never want to, how should I say, discount any allegation when it comes to, sexual misconduct. But at the same time, none of them went to the police. They're all going the civil route. So I just want to get your thoughts on this because this is just crazy to me. It's wild. I mean,
Okay.
I feel bad for both parties involved. I mean,
For sure.
I hope that, I mean, again, if it's true, then they need to be held accountable, both individuals.
Right.
But
Right.
if it's not true, those individuals who, possibly lied about this need to be held accountable too. I think it goes both ways, but I want to get your thoughts.
All right. So I'm a woman, but I'm also a mother of sons.
Mm-hmm.
And so when the time comes, I realize based on everything that's happening now that I have to teach my sons to be extremely careful to the point at which it could even threaten a mood or romance, if you will.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There was an episode of The Game. You remember that show, The Game?
Yes, The Game. Yeah, he's come on BT. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when Malik had contracts?
Yes.
We talking contracts.
Yep.
When you get your if you ever get a big contract or whatever or what have you, you make sure you have a few contracts of your own on your nightstand.
Yep.
And a camera running because it's to the point where it's becoming difficult to okay, I'll put it this way. It's like you said, I'm a woman first. So I would never discredit what women are saying. But when you have situations like this where something just seems a bit out of whack, something seems a bit fishy, then it's disappointing because I know women who have genuinely been through abuse.
Absolutely.
And so when you have this huge influx of women crying because he winked at me or he touched my hand at, 0.9 miles an hour and it was too slow and I got aroused and it's his fault. You know what I mean? It's just there are such ridiculous claims floating that it's made it so that the genuine claims have been watered down. And that's what makes me angry. And the fact that the media highlights so many of the ridiculous claims. And I'll also say this because I had a friend who was who's a male who I know personally. And it was very hard for me to believe that he was being accused of what someone said that he did. And after speaking to him and after learning about the situation, what I realized that we were dealing with here was a case of, and hear me out, new pretty.
Okay. Explain that. New pretty. Okay.
So new pretty is when new pretty and also new fine. Let's just take new pretty, for example. A person who is new pretty has not been pretty all of her life. Therefore, she is not used to male attention. So sometimes male attention gets misconstrued as sexual harassment because she's not used to it. The same thing goes for a man. You got new fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You got new fine. And men who haven't always gotten it or it hasn't come so easy, now they feel like, oh, I can get it. And it's getting out of control.
This is a very new and interesting concept to me, but I totally get what you're saying. And it makes 100%. I just hope, there's always, my dad used to say, God rest his soul, was like, there's his story, her story, and then the truth.
And then there's the truth.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get into our guest tonight. I am so excited to have this sister. Like Bobby, when I tell you, like, this sister has been rocking with me since like I would say like 2008 when I was DJing at the spot on the Lower East Side called The Vault, and she came in with her crew. And like I was telling you last night on our production call, I was like, okay, normally we would get great birthday parties in there and people come in and dance, but no, they came in and danced. And I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So come to find out, and just a gorgeous, sweet sister. you know, I was like, wow, your crew can really dance. And she's like, oh yeah, we're from Alvin Ailey. I was like, oh
Yeah.
So I want to bring to the stage the lovely and talented dancer for the Alvin Ailey Dance Troupe, the incredible Jacqueline Green. What's up, Jacqueline? Long time no see, sis.
Hey, yes. How you doing?
Hey, beautiful.
Yes, nice to be here.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for joining us. Now, first of all, how are you doing? You good?
I'm doing good. Absolutely. I get to dance outside of my apartment again, you know, with masks on, but I get to dance in the studio again. So I'm very grateful.
That is so awesome. Now, I saw when you were doing something with Nine West, and it looked very like, you know, inspirational. Can you tell our audience what are you doing with Nine West right now these days?
Yeah, so Nine West had a campaign, the Dreamers campaign, where they reached out to different people who were influential and inspired people to live out their dreams. And they reached out, and I'm like, absolutely, I want people to strive to get to their dreams. So we just collabed and we did some shots. They talked about how I try to be an influence, and we got in the studio, which, you know, is where I'm home. So we had a good time. Yeah.
Awesome. Go ahead, Bobby. I know you want to jump in here.
I do. Okay, I have a I guess a two-part question. My first part of the question is how long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing since I was 13. I started in high school, so I started kind of late, but caught up pretty well. I'd say so.
Yeah, I'd say so.
For sure. So with that, so you said you started at 13 in high school. So I always think about, I have several friends who are dancers, and it is the discipline that it requires, and the turmoil, the toll that it takes on your body to start that at 13 and in high school. Talk to me about the level of discipline that you have that doesn't always come to kids at that age.
You know, I think going into it, you never really think it's going to be, you know, as much as it is. You learn that it's going to be as disciplined as it is. But one of my friends actually told me, you guys were talking about Beyonce. They said, you know, we have the same 24 hours that Beyonce has in her day. I was like, wow, okay.
Wow. Yeah.
What more can you be doing? You know,
exactly.
Talk about discipline and work ethic.
Yeah.
But it's your passion, right? We're in the arts. We get to work within our passion, our art form. So you would want to work hard at it. You're putting yourself out there.
Yeah. You ever have any dance teachers that were sort of the quintessential super strict dance teachers like what you see in movies? You ever had any teachers like that? I
can say that I was fortunate enough to not have those teachers. I had some really great teachers. I started late, so they were very patient and kind with me, but they also encouraged me. So I mean, I have heard stories myself, but I'm just happy to say that I don't have any of those stories.
Good.
So Jacqueline, what was your "I made it, mama" moment?
Oh my gosh. It's like, do you really think you have that moment? But I do have moments where I'm like,
give us a couple. Give us a couple. Give us a couple.
I'd say, so we tour a lot, our company, pre-COVID. We would tour like up to 9 months out of the year.
Wow.
So we go to Baltimore, but like once every 3 years.
Yeah.
So I remember we were headed to Baltimore that year. I was so excited, and I was cast.
She's from Baltimore, y'all, just in case y'all know.
I'm from Baltimore, be more in the house. Living in New York, but we here. I was fortunate enough to do Mr. Ailey's Cry, which is like a very well-known female solo, especially in the modern dance world. And I was fortunate enough to do it in my hometown for my mother. And Mr. Ailey actually created the ballet for his mother as a gift because he couldn't afford one. So I performed it for my mom with her in mind and in the audience. So yeah, That was like, oh, mama, I made it.
Did you cry?
That was my question. Did you cry?
and then they invited her on stage because every woman who does cry, it's like a tour de force. It's 17-minute long solo. You by yourself on stage, sweating and trying not to die because it's just you give your all physically and emotionally. And at the end of that journey that you go through, they always present the woman with a dozen roses. And so after I finished, my mother came and presented me with the roses. Talk about, oh my gosh, surreal.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
That is freaking amazing. Oh my goodness. So as a creative and getting through this pandemic, like what was your top challenge in terms of getting through this whole COVID situation in terms of being a dancer?
Well, the challenge of trying to dance in your living room and not kick over your furniture. I think it was not being able to express myself the way that I've been privileged to do within my career all these years. Like I have such a great profession where I get to come in and let out my frustrations or my joys of what's going on through my craft, and it's applauded and it's rewarding. So I think not being able to express myself, and my story of when COVID shut down the world stopped, is we were in the middle of our tour, and I think we were at our 10th city, and we had 21 cities to go. 21 cities on that tour. And I could feel something as we were flying to Dallas. That was like the next stop. And it was just weird in the airport. Like the people who managed, our company managers, everyone was acting a little strange. Of course, we'd heard about COVID-19, but nobody really believed it would do what it has done.
Yeah.
And never in my knowledge has the Ailey organization not gone on tour. So we get to our hotel and they tell us, so we're canceling the next few stops on tour and we'll be sending you back home. And I'm like, what? What? So, in my head, I was prepared to dance for the next 3 months on stage, mentally, physically.
Yes.
Like I was prepared to like share, and that just stopped.
Wow.
It was like, after a while, it kind of felt like double dutch because everybody was like, oh, it's going to kick back up again. We're going to go back out again. So it's like this waiting game and you're rocking back and forth like, oh, I'm ready. And then it just started slowly rocking, slower and slower. And then you're like, I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let me find some things to inspire me right now so that I can, let out my emotions. And yeah, I think it was not being able to express myself when I was very geared up to do a whole tour of that.
And what things did you find, Jacqueline? What things did you find?
The things I feel like everybody found, home improvement. Puzzles.
Hold on, I'm just trying to picture you with some gloves on, doing spackling the walls.
You're like, I'm gonna be in here for some time.
Got paint all over your clothes. Like I'm upstairs in the living room, hon.
Puzzles were a big thing.
Oh wow.
Reaching out to like friends. I'm a big introvert, but in the time of now, you kind of to stay connected, it's Zoom, which just rocketed. So it was a lot of Zoom brunches and calling, make sure family's okay, and make sure everybody's healthy. That's like the first question. You're like, how you doing? How's the family? Everybody good? Nobody got COVID? Okay, good. Okay, so what's going on? Then you proceed. But just the little thing, and then you also have like self-exploration. Somebody said, 2020 didn't get your hustle up. You don't have it in you. You start finding new ways to like reinvent yourself or get yourself out there. And then, then the world woke up, on many different levels. So that was already like a task in itself. But did a lot of talking, did a lot of educating and inspiring. And 2020 was a year. Absolutely. Still inspired, definitely have a lot to say going back to the stage. Artists, we like to reflect the time and let out what's been going on. And I feel like there's going to be another, like, what is it? In the 20s, the roaring
Harlem
20s,
Renaissance.
the Harlem Renaissance. After
Yes.
that, like, depression is like, we have in that recession now. It's going to be an influx of art.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell a lot of students. Oh, the students right now auditioning and stuff, I just feel for them. Like, it's going to be an influx of need of dancers and artists. And I mean, even now in quarantine, right?
Yeah.
Who do you go to? Your movies, the actors, and
Yes.
music, and dance, working out, fitness, like all these things. Reading a book, it's art.
Exactly.
So nobody can convince me that art isn't necessary.
That's right. Amen.
I wanted to know, like, who were, like, you said you started at 13. What inspired you to get into dance?
Academics.
Oh, okay.
Real story.
Please make that connection.
Artists are very intelligent. No, so I'm one of 5. I'm the second of 5. And my mother, she was always looking for us to, like, attend really good schools academically in Baltimore City. And it just happened that the art school, Baltimore School for the Arts, was second academic in state.
Wow.
So, I mean, it was as simple as, well, you have to audition in an art form to get in. And she's like, oh, Jackie, you're flexible. Do it for dance. That was literally it.
Wow.
The deal for my future.
That's an interesting story.
Right.
You're flexible. Split, baby.
And my audition was my first dance class, and it was just from then on, the passion grew.
Wow, that is just amazing. Bob, you got anything before we let this beautiful sister go?
I guess it's more of a statement that I want you to know that I agree with, more so than a question. So I was in school, and at my school we have all of the disciplines: music, acting, and dance. And I had a teacher who said, we were talking about all of the different disciplines, and I had a teacher who said that each one is like a different level of communication. And when it's not enough to speak, you sing. And when it's not enough to sing, you have to move. So I just wanted to say thank you for being the ultimate form, really, of expression and art. Because I believe that that's what dancers are, the ultimate. I really do.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take that with me.
Bobby, that was beautiful. I was just moved. But now listen, Jacqueline, let the people know out there, number one, if you have anything interesting coming up, and number two, how they can reach you on social media.
So my social media is JA Green 711, green like the color, GREEN. A lot of people like to put an E on the end. I'm like, it's the color. JAGREEN 711. If I have things coming up, I love to post on that page and also on my Facebook page, Jacqueline Green. And you'll see if you're on the right page, if you see somebody with a whole bunch of dance photos or inspirational something or Black Girl Magic or Scoliosis Advocate, I'm out here. So
that's what's up. And I would like to announce to the world that Jacqueline is actually one of my 2021 Heroines of Excellence this year, which is going down Sunday, June 20th. It's going to be virtual from 8 to 10. So holla at your boy if you want to get a virtual ticket. But yeah, we Juneteenth, right after Juneteenth. And so we're definitely, all about, honoring those beautiful women of color. And she's definitely falls into that category. So Jacqueline, I love you to death, sis. And, congratulations on everything. And I will see you next time, hopefully, not hopefully, I will see you June 20th.
Yes.
But thanks for coming on. We appreciate you, sis.
Much love to you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care, sis. No doubt. Yo, hold on. Let me get even. Like, you looking like, you running things over here. So, like, Jacqueline, like, she is one of the most graceful. Like when she walks into a room, it's like she's like a royal swan. That's the best way I could put it.
Yeah,
and
I can
like,
see it from here to here, like just from here to here.
Yeah, she
It's
is
all over
amazing.
her.
She's amazing. And I remember, again, when I met her, like again, she came with a huge group of people. I didn't know who they were. They was just dancing, but she just stood out like,
Yeah.
Bad sister over here busting the move.
You have to tell me now so I can complete the mental movie in my head. What song were they dancing to? Do you remember?
Neo, stay with me. Why don't you just stay with me? Oh, maybe that's the one. Yeah, by Neo. Yeah.
I'm like,
they were killing it. I was just like, that party was always lit. For those who just joined us, we're talking about the party I used to do at the Vault. It was called Premium Saturdays. Big up to my boys from NYC Dope, DJ Mark Smooth, DJ Cozy. We were the 3 DJs, and it was lit. But yeah, they came in one night and just tore it down. I was like, oh, they dancing. And I always felt like I was a dancer just stuck in a DJ's body. So I went out there after my set, try to bust a move with Jacqueline. But yeah, she was bad sister. So big up to her.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's pivot into the segment of the show that we like to call "What's Up? What's up with you, bro? What's up with your sis?" So I'm gonna start right now.
I always go first.
Okay.
You go first.
All right, well, ask me that.
I gotta say, okay. What's up with you, bruh?
So I'm gonna tell you what's up with me. I am in superhero bliss. Let me tell you, first of all, Justice League, the Zack Snyder cut, is a freaking masterpiece. It is as tough as anything that Marvel has put out. And that's saying a lot because I'm a big Marvel fan. I'm a big Marvel fan. But it was just so well written. And you may say, 4 hours, that's too long. Well, think about it. The Infinity War saga was 2 movies, both 3 hours apiece. So when you watch, and that's in the theater. So you're at home. You don't have to sit there for 4 hours. Last time I checked, you have a pause button.
Right.
It's a premium streaming channel. So wherever you quit, when you come back on, it's going to pick up from where you left off. So stop with that, all right? But listen, Zack Snyder just told a great story about a very iconic superhero group, and it was just so thorough the way he told it. And without spoiling, I will tell you this. Cyborg, the black character, remember, if you were up on the news, he was complaining that Joss Whedon, who did the theatrical version, was racist, doing a lot of racist crap on the set and whatever, and ended up cutting most of his stuff out. Come to find out, Zack Snyder put because what happened, quick backstory, Zack Snyder was the original director.
Okay.
But his daughter passed away, so he left before he could finish. So they put on Joss Whedon to finish the film, and he just, especially looking at it now, he really just screwed it up. He cut out so many incredible scenes with Cyborg, the Flash, Cyborg's mom. Cyborg's mom wasn't even in the movie, but she's in this. So it's crazy.
So his cut supported what the claim.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm saying all that to say is it was just I encourage everyone, and take your time. You don't have to sit 4 hours in a row just to watch it. It is literally broke up into 6 parts in an epilogue. So it's telling you like, yo, just, here, part 3, you can take it, chill, go get some popcorn, whatever, So yeah, I'm telling you, Bobby, that movie is it's a masterpiece. That's the best way. 5 out of 5 stars. It's a masterpiece. It definitely is. Like, it's something you could watch with your entire family too. But with that being said, it's kind of dark. It's a rough movie, but it's not something that's too heavy for your kids. That's what I would say.
Okay.
It's a great, if your kids love superheroes, it's a great superhero movie. So, and then on top of that, last night I watched the premiere of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which had our last week's guest sis, your girl, Adapero. And let me tell you, her character is so strong. I mean, she just blew up that screen. Like she's going to get a lot more work off of this. I'm going to tell you that right now.
And
So make sure you support our girl,
Yeah.
Adequate Oduye. You know, she was on there. She plays Sam Wilson's sister on The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and that first episode was amazing, and I cannot wait till next week. So that's what's on my mind. I'm in superhero bliss. As you see, I got my University of Black Superheroes, which is designed by me. If you want it, just DM me, hit me on social media at DJ John Quick, and you know, I'll give you the information how you can get your own hoodie. I got the t-shirts, the whole nine. Yeah, this is my design. What?
Nice. Nice.
I got you what? I keep saying I got.
I know. I wasn't even gonna bring it
up. You know what? And I gotta get some for your kids too. So
yeah.
you need to me your son's sizes and your size, and also, well, if Nate's 6'6", how big is Nate? Like he's like 2X, 3X. What you think?
Like 2X.
All right, so I'm gonna get your whole. I'm gonna send your whole family a little package.
Okay.
From the University of Black Superheroes, because you know.
Okay, we'll take a Kodak.
No doubt, no doubt.
Did you, speaking of superheroes though, did you see? I don't watch this show, but there was such a moving quote in a movie in a show. The little girl asks her mommy, there's a black lady, big afro, leather jacket. She says, "Mommy, are you a superhero?" And she turns around and she gets on her daughter's level and she says, "Baby, I'm a black woman in America. Superheroes ain't got nothing on me."
Wait, was that Taraji?
No, it wasn't. It was. Her name escapes me right now. Actually, she was in The Chi. She used to play in The Chi, and now she has another show. I got to get more information.
Yes, please do.
But
please
yeah,
do.
it was such a moving moment.
Okay, but anyway, sis, what's on your mind this week?
Getting a new lock on my door.
Uh-oh. I know there's a story behind this.
Do you know someone walked into my house yesterday?
What?
Yes. Look, someone just walked into my house yesterday. I'm sitting here at the kitchen table.
Yeah.
And I can see it's windows all in the front. So I can see this person approaching. So I'm like, oh, okay, Amazon delivery person or whatever. You know, the doorbell's going to ring. I'm going to get like, no. I see this person approaching. My doorknob turns.
What?
And into my home he walks.
What? Uh-oh.
And I go, and what I didn't realize was that my oldest son, was right around the corner. I couldn't see him.
Yeah.
He was right there. I couldn't see him. But the man walks in and I go, "Excuse me." and he's kind of he's an older dude.
Yeah.
And he looks around and he goes, "Oh, I thought this was the office building."
What? And I'm quite sure your house does not look like an office building.
It doesn't look like an office building. Like, whoever, get your daddy.
Wow.
Get your daddy. I don't live in a traditional home, but at the same time, it's a modern home. It does not look like okay, I don't have shutters. Fine. But it does not look like an office building.
Exactly.
Then, and on top of all of that, he didn't have on a mask.
Oh my God.
So do you know what he does? To pardon himself, he does this. Sorry.
Oh my God.
And just puts his shirt over his nose. Sorry, I got my daughter's car and my mask is in there. Sir, that is not an excuse. Anyway, long story short is we were selling something off of Craigslist and he was coming to get it.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that he was coming. I didn't know that he was coming to get it. There was no communication in the house that, hey, it's sold. Yeah. The man's coming to get it. But he didn't realize that this was our home. He just thought that this was our building. And he just walked right in. But it got me to thinking that, you know.
Hold on. I thought you were going to go into Kiki the Barber mode. I'll cut you.
Look, but that got me. I'll tell you, my mind was racing for the rest of the day because it's like, thank God it was me and not someone who would have just immediately popped off.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because he was innocent. He didn't know he was older. He was an older gentleman, probably from somewhere in North Carolina, some city.
Why is he not wearing his mask? Like, if he's older, he's in that category. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you high risk, bro.
Well, he had his daughter's car.
Oh my God.
I got my daughter's car. My mask is in my car, and I got my daughter's car. So the lapel of his shirt became his mask.
Oh my God.
But anyway,
I'm glad it was that, just that.
Yeah. But it just got me thinking about like safety and, doors being locked and, just all this stuff. So yeah, it was just on my mind, but it was crazy. It was crazy. And my oldest son was ready to pounce.
What?
And I didn't even know. I didn't even see him. But yeah, he was ready to he was ready to pounce. He was ready to protect his mama.
Let's go. That's right.
Your nephew was on it. He was on swole. He was over there swole. He one-on-one wet, but he was swole. Listen.
That's what's up. Well, I'm glad everything worked out. And that is crazy. That definitely would have been on my mind.
Yeah.
So Bobby, like, this show flew by. It's already time for our, parting shots. My parting shot is, and I've told you this off camera, but I always have so much fun doing this show with you. Like, I look forward to this, and like, for those of you who don't know, like, me and Bobby, we've been friends. Wow, since 2000. What? Seven. Yeah, because that's when Sherry's record dropped. Sherry Dennis' records dropped. I did her release event, and we've always kept in contact. But this show has I feel like it's brought us closer as friends, and I'm really appreciative of that. And it's so good to see my nephews running around there.
Yes.
I'd like to say thank you to your husband for lending me, giving me time to spend with my sis. I appreciate you. Thank you. So that's my party shot.
Well, just to piggyback off of that, I think I'm learning the value in when I used to think of, it would be nice to have a podcast. You think you have to do everything alone. You think you have to do everything by yourself, but you don't have to. And you get to be strong where you're strong. I get to be strong where I'm strong. And when our strengths come together,
like Voltron.
Here we go. So thank you for being strong where I'm not, and
Please. So we're a team. That's how we got a same here. Like you getting all these like 5-star guests. Like, I'm like, okay. I was like, I gotta step it up. But no, it's a lot of fun, and I'm a Q, you're a Delta, so that just makes it. So let's keep this party going. But ladies and gentlemen, this was episode 5. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see y'all next week. We got a surprise guest next week, meaning we haven't booked nobody yet, but we're gonna book somebody. See y'all later.
DJ John Quick, Bobby Baker, DJ John Quick, Bobby Baker.